Well, here's the damn thing. I think I'm live. I'm not 100% sure I'm live. I don't know how to go live. And there's supposed to be an Archie scream, live scream, lice scream, carpet beetle scream, and I don't know how to get anybody else on this stream. So there's a couple of you here. You all are going to have to, oh, you can't hear me. Can't hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me? Mama, can you hear me? Okay, everybody can hear me except for Clive, which is, you know, par for the course because, yeah. Okay, so here's the situation, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how to use my computer, okay? So it's going to take me a minute to see if there's some way that I can invite Clive and the other girls to come on in here with me. Otherwise, you're stuck with just me, and I think that that would be sad. Now, none of us know what happened to Archie. If you'd like a theory, my theory would be that there is a 285-pound lady boy that has him like chained to the bed for some major fisting. Now, guys, give me a moment here because it's my first time. I'm a live stream virgin. I've done it before on my phone, you know, but I've never done it before on the live stream where I can invite anybody. Clyde, if you want to call me, Clyde, maybe call me on the phone and I can tell you where I'm at and what's happening and see if you can walk me through this. But I don't even know how I launched this. So now I do see that we have Hotsy with us. And somebody says it's fine if I don't invite anybody, provided I just don't invite Don. I like Don. Well, I may have to do this all by myself. So bear with me. Don't leave. Give me a second. I got to poke around here a little bit and see if I can come up with a link, how this works. I'm just going to copy the link right out of this. I'm going to email it to the Clydester. Clyde, you're supposed to call me. Clyde, call me, Clyde. Dee-doo-doo-doo, beep-boop-boop. Clyde. Clyde. Maybe he can talk me through it. Nobody go away. Hold on, I'm going to put you on speaker. Clyde Z. Clyde, stop doing your Don Gio Lloyd impression. Now, Clyde, you're live and on speaker, and apparently everybody else can hear me.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. And now, here's the question that I have for you. If I just...
You have a more manly stream.
I do have a fairly manly stream. How about if we FaceTime real quick, and I can show you what I'm looking at?
Sure.
Okay, now, see that link? I've highlighted it. Can I just like send you that? Will that work?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, that should work.
Okay, well, let me try it. Hold on. I've got it highlighted. Now I got to get into my mint. Nobody leave. None of you fuckers go anywhere. New tab. Hold on. I don't know what they're seeing. I don't know if anybody can hear me.
Thanks, time.
Don't leave me, Clyde.
Well, I'm going to call you on the computer.
I don't know how that works. I can't do anything until I email you the link. I'm in the middle. I can't do 3 things at once. I can't even do 1 thing at once. Hold on now, Clydey. Hold on. Don't move. I'm trying to email you now. I've never emailed you from this, so great. I got to go to my other email.
Which email are you going to send it to?
Well, I don't know. Hold on. Let me get you off of speaker. This is all exciting. You know what, Clyde? Just text me.
I will text you.
Thank you. Bye. All right, guys. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know if you can hear me. Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? You know what I've been watching? I've been watching Mrs. Maisel on Prime. It's 2 seasons. I've already watched both of them. The boyfriend and I did, and we're going back and watching them again. If you haven't seen Mrs. Maisel, it's terrific. Okay, hold on. I got Clive's preferred email address. Bear with. Clyde, it's sent. Let me tell him. I don't think it's going to work, guys. Now, let me find you again. There. Now, somebody tell me in the comments, have you been hearing me this whole time? Have you been seeing me? I had to disappear there for a good long minute. Ted, I don't know what link you're providing there. Yes, yes, and yes. Perfect. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. So this is a FUBAR situation. It is a snafu. Situation normal, all fucked up. FUBAR, fucked up beyond all recognition. I'm pulling a Bark and Jack, although I like to call it Mark and Jack. Now, Adrian is a spectacular guy. But really, Bark and Jack? Bark and Jack. I'm a dog trainer, and he didn't leave me the bark. What did I get? Wine, Mark and wine, whinge, wine. Okay, so some of you are asking me to get Archie. Some of you are asking me to get Clyde. All of you are begging that I don't get. Clicking on the link, nothing happening. Well, Clyde says nothing's happening. That's because this is not a shareable link. Clyde, let me look around and see if I can see what I can find. I have a link to end the stream. I got a button for that. It tells me there's 50 people. 50! There's 50 of you people here. Don't you have anything better to do? Quick wristwatch check. Ordering the Batman, which, by the way, here's a funny thing. I didn't particularly like the Batman until they discontinued it. It became really valuable. And then all of a sudden I had terrible urges to wear it. I'm getting all kinds of messages here. Who is that? What is that? Bruce managed to get that far. Well, sorry, Brucey. I have no idea. I think there is no way to do this. There's like no menu here. Hold on. There's no menu. I've got my live control room. Get chip. Get fucked. I'm not getting chip. There's something wrong with that, man. Now, all the guys on WhatsApp, the Hobros, the Horological brothers are complaining that my link doesn't work. I know that the link doesn't work. I just don't know how to send you a better link. There's like no menus here. I've got participants, pop-up chat, toggle timestamps. These are all I've got. Live chat, some messages, you know. I'm looking, I'm poking around here. I'm in uncharted territory, guys. I'm like a gynecologist in his first week of business. Completely uncharted territory. Well, at least if it's like a male gynecologist. Completely virgin territory. He has no idea what he's rubbing and poking, and neither do I, quite frankly. I don't think I have the ability. I don't have a link to share. Well, I'm going to shut this phone off because they're all yelling at me. Bruce says I should blame it on Google Chrome. I've just muted all of you. Because, guys, it's just me and you. Now, today I uploaded a video. You notice how this is a little bit loose and sloppy? Let me just kind of, can you see the big gap? Actually, it's not such a gap now. I have a big problem with my wrist, and that is I have a 7.25 inch wrist, but it periodically swells up bigger and shrinks down smaller. I'm like a teenager. I'm like a teenage boy. Up, down, big, little, all day long. I don't know why, but that's the problem with my wrist. So it can be a real difficulty adjusting my bracelets. Now, I wish Rolex would put the glide lock clasp on everything because I don't have that problem with my Sea Dweller. But on everything else I do, and so I just made a video, uploaded it. Y'all want to go, when we're done here, take a look. I know this thing has the easy link. but it also has micro adjustments. And in here, there is all sorts of little teeny, right there where that finger is, right in there, there's micro adjustments besides the Easy Link. And if you have a sharp instrument, you too can damage your Rolex, and I tell you exactly how to do it. Robin says that the Pelagos strap is better. Well, the Pelagos has, I would say that, listen, the Pelagos clasp is certainly more functional than this one in terms of micro adjustments, but it's, you know, very industrial looking. It's not beautiful. I don't think it's better than the Glide Lock clasp. I think it's, you know, functionality, it's about on par, except for it's a whole lot more industrial looking. Now, fellas, I want to reiterate for those of you who have joined this live stream a little bit late, this was an impromptu live stream because a bunch of us were standing by to go, you know, the usual cast of characters. We were standing by to go on Archie, who mysteriously failed to show up. And this is what it's like working with the Pontiff. You never know. He's like the Holy Ghost. You never know where he's, you know, where and when he's going to appear. He doesn't make appointments. So we had every reason to believe that he would be with us, and he is not. But I do have relics. Although the Pontiff is not with us in body, in spirit, or in horns, boy, you know, maybe he is a little Christ-like, because you got Archie, and then I forget the names, but, you know, Archie and the two horns. It's sort of like, you know, a trio, if you will. At any rate, we decided that I would throw a live stream, and I figured I could invite, you know, the cast of usual characters, and then I discovered I don't know how to do it. So, sorry, that's why you got only me here now. But we do have relics, the Holy Trinity. Thank you. Clyde is telling me it's the Holy Trinity. Archie and the right one and the left one. You know, that's the Holy Trinity. But we do have relics. This, my friends, is just like the Shroud of Turin. Can you see the Pontiff's corpulent nipple right in the pocket, which he ripped off his shirt and sent to me as a holy relic? And you see the, you can see here the PP, the Paul Pluta. This is like a piece of the one true cloth, or like the Shroud of Turin. Guess what else? I got another one. It was a pocket twofer. And this pocket actually contains a pouch, which you could use to, you know, store a watch or commit a crime and prevent your fingerprints from getting all over the place. I think, guys, that what I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange a giveaway. I just haven't thought of the contest, but I think I'm going to have a giveaway. Tell me, should I do a giveaway on the Pontiff's pockets? Would you be interested in owning this piece, this holy relic, this Shroud of Turin, the piece of the one true cross? This piece, this has touched Archie Luxury's manly bits. Would you be interested in owning one or another of these? Now, Anna something says no. Booster says no. Smoke Eater says no. Jack Purcell says pass. Scott J says no with a lot of O's. No. Barry Grimmett has respectfully passed. Booster asks if there are still carpet beetles on it. You know, I haven't really had it under the microscope. The Walk Lounge says no thanks. Literally nobody. Oh, now I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand my my buttons. I've got some controls. Tony Soprano says, "Stick it up your fat fucking ladyboy ass." And then I got a button on whether I wanted to show that or not, so I pushed it so you could see it. But apparently I missed a lot. Those of you who do I accept super chats? Of course yeah, look. Do you realize that this is Sam's Club coffee? And that this is a Palm Springs souvenir mug, but I bought it in Walgreens because it was cheaper, you know, than going to a Palm Springs souvenir? Of course I accept super chats. You know what I do? I donate them to Archie Luxury in the form of purchases. That being said, I certainly don't want to push for a super chat because y'all probably have better things to spend your money on. Okay, why isn't my book in the background? You know, shit, that's a really good point. You guys want to come with me? Let's go find a copy of my book. I don't think there's one up here. I think he's downstairs. Now, we got Tippy there. He's not dead, by the way. He's just sleeping. He's a pretty, you know, we're going to have to turn on the light. We're going down. We're going in, guys. We're going in. Hang on. We're going to get a copy of the book, and then we're going to come back upstairs because I haven't turned on all the lights in this, by the way. That's the boyfriend's handiwork. Personally, I find it a little creepy. Okay. We're going back up to the dining room. I swear I am going to figure out how to do this and share a link so that I can have my people with me. We're going to move that book and put this one here. How's that? There we go. Now, some of you may be wondering why I'm not asking you for super chats, and that it's because I don't want your $2. I don't want your $1.99. I want you to spend 15 bucks and go on Amazon. Now, if you live in some crazy country like Austria, New Zealand, we have anybody here not from North America? Those of you will not easily find this in a bookstore. Those of you will not find it in a bookstore, but you can easily download the electronic edition for Kindle or for iPhone. And it's on audible.com if you're a member there. Booster would like to know if I would rip off my shirt if you buy my book. Booster, I think you would have to buy a case of my books. I am more sensitive than the pontiff. I believe that he is proud of his Buddha-like body, and I myself am not. And I don't have bitch tits quite, but I do have a 1-pack. You know, it's not a 6-pack; it's a 1-pack. Tony Soprano says I got blocked by Archibald the 16th because of Clive. Well, sorry, Tony. You know, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what happened there. I am not privy to the inner workings of the Archie verse. Okay. Okay, Clive, I wish I could have you on here, Clive. You know what, Clive, we should do this by phone. Clive, call me. Well, I'll call you. Never mind. I'm going to call you. Let's do this. Hold on. We're going to figure out how to have Clive on here. Hang on. I just got to call Clive. I've got too many platforms for Clivey. All right. And I know. We're gonna FaceTime Clive. And oops, I hung up on him. Sorry, Clive, he's calling you back. Okay, I have figured I got to work around people. I'm not doing this alone. Clydesy.
Okay, now here's another thought. Maybe I could do a live stream just for 2 minutes and do screen sharing, show you how to do it.
Well, we're gonna do that at another time because if we have to do this under pressure, but look, I am not alone. Clive is on the live stream. Clive, say a few things to the people and let's make sure they can hear you.
Lady boys.
Please type the word that Clive has said so that I know that you can hear him. Say it again, Clydesy.
Hi, boys and girls. Today's secret word is lady boys.
Okay, they've got it, Clydesy. They've got it. So I have figured out how to have. What do you think? This is like the best workaround ever.
This is worse than teaching my mother how to program the VCR.
Your mother would have never thought this. She would have never. You know what? And if you want to interrupt me, just put your hand up like this, and then I'll go like this, and you can interrupt me just like Archie. Oh, hang on. Clyde, I think you're a little smudged. Hold on a second. Let me wipe your little nose there. Now, Clive, are you watching the FaceTime thing, or are you watching on the computer?
Well, no, I'm watching FaceTime on the computer, and it's interposed on top of your browser.
Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. So, if you've got questions for me or Clydesy, just type them into the comments. We'll be keeping an eye on there. And yes, Clyde, here's what happened. When I switched over to Chrome, I got a whole new set of controls, but it still said something to me about an encoder, and I don't really know what an encoder is. So, you know, turning this live stream on was one thing, but encoding it.
Okay, try rebooting your Mac.
Now, if I do that, we're going to lose 72 people, Clive, 73 people. We can't do that now.
No, actually, this is not the picture on my phone. This is the picture on my computer, my MacBook computer.
I see. Hisham says Mark has a great body. Hisham, you see that there? I'm not entirely sure that's pectoralis. You know, Clyde, what do you think? Clyde, can you see, Clyde? Can you see?
No. What the hell are you doing?
I'm wiggling my man boobs. Because
oh, I thought you were getting ready to try to show us your link again.
Oh, no. Did you want to see my link?
No, I do not want to see your link. No.
Okay. So, Clyde, what were we going to talk about tonight on Archie? We can talk about it tonight here.
Actually, we were just going to give Archie a hard time.
Well, that's a good point. Now, I believe, though, that you would have teased him about an incoming piece. Now, I know you're not ready to reveal.
No, I'm not ready to reveal it, nor am I ready to rip off my shirt.
I want to actually thank you myself, and all the Lice Scream viewers would like to thank you for that. But give us, we're not going to give the viewers, the punters, you punters get no hints. But when should the punters be paying a special attention to the Clive watch wrangler
Oh, no. We're not going to review it. I'm not going to even review it on WhatsApp. We're keeping type OPSEC on this one. This is going to be revealed until the next week's live stream.
Operational security. So basically, is that your live stream or the Archie stream?
The Archie live stream.
Next week's live stream?
Yep.
That's coming right up, guys. That's going to be Friday, assuming that Archie bothers to show up.
That's true. But I will say one thing. I think it will totally give Archie the shits.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be.
Oh, by the way, can I bring up a point of order?
Yes, indeed you may.
Technically, your watch wasn't discontinued as much as it was superseded. You know, replaced by technically superior model.
Now, let me explain to the punters what's going on here. This man right here is now being a 3-year-old. He has to be right. He always has to be right, okay? So what's happening is Clyde right now is rubbing my face in the fact that his black was discontinued and that my Batman was merely reissued. And he's doing this especially because he's been telling me for about 8 or 10 weeks that the black would be discontinued, and I kept telling him he was full of shit, and they wouldn't do that. And he's gloating and basking in the glory of the occasional, you know, even a broken AP is right twice a day, Clyde.
Hashtag Rancher is right.
You're like a 3-year-old. You know what? Hashtag Archie was right.
About what?
You're like a 3-year-old. You always have to have your way. But I have a question, and this is something that I don't know. Do you, Clyde, do you know? Do you or the punters know? Now, we know that the Batman has been reissued as the Batgirl. We know that. But now that's a completely, that fucker's completely gone, and that flabbergasts me. I don't understand. You know what, though? I got you here. This one's worth a bit more money. But I don't understand why they would have discontinued your watch. It was the perfect baseline GMT. Perfect. Goes with everything.
Yep. Well, number one, okay. Here's what actually. Here's the thought that just occurred to me. Do you know what the ultimate beneficiary of dropping this is going to be?
You get to rub it in Don Geo Lloyd's face?
No. 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 And no, I haven't, because I haven't cared. I mean, he doesn't care. The ultimate beneficiary of dropping the black GMT.
Well, yeah, the Explorer 2 now becomes the only GMT function watch with an Oyster bracelet in current production model, and that's the one in black. And of course, I've got the one with the white dial. So those are the only ones left.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now I know you have newfound love for your Batman.
Oh, it's true, because now it's expensive. So I like it. So now I like it.
Now, on the other hand, taking money out of the equation, which one do you like better, the Explorer 2 or the Batman?
So we're doing F, marry, kill. Except for
what's F? You mean marry, kill?
Well, okay. Let me run you through my thought process there. Taking money out of it. I guess if we completely take money out of it, I gotta say the Polar Explorer, but it's by a blonde hair, a blonde one, a blonde nose hair, and the reason is that this one, it has a ceramic. Let's look up Clyde's nose. It has a ceramic turnable bezel, and I like that. It gives me a fidget spinner. I got something to play with, I'm not sure I mind the polished center links, which give it a little bit of extra bling factor. But however, the Polar Explorer is 42 millimeters, and it's polar. It's white. So I think the Polar because the 42 millimeters. But boy, that's because I'm a size queen. I think those 2 millimeters override everything else just because of the size.
Yeah, and I've had a few of the 40s before. I've had a few 40s in my day, son.
Well, we both had that Polar Explorer, the 40 millimeter one, and we both flipped it. It was flimsy, Clyde, flimsy.
Yeah, but I've even had later iterations of it. But I like the 40. I like the aesthetics of the 42.
Yeah, I'm with you. Listen, my Polar Explorer, it was a holes case, but it had solid end links. And but I got a real problem with hollow center links and that old tin stamped clasp. I mean, I got a G-Shock here, guys, that has a clasp that's probably better than any of Doc BBW's, or shall we call them BBC. This clasp is probably better than any of Doc BBC's Rolex clasps, because he likes those vintage ones, and they have that same crappy stamped metal part here. But this one at least has, hold on, I'm getting it close. This at least has the double twin locking deployment. And yeah, so I really hated those tinny old Rolex. I don't know how they got away with that for so long.
Now, let me ask you a quick question. Like Cher, if you can turn back time, would you have kept the black GMT?
If I had it to do all over again, Clyde, I would do it all over you.
Wait.
Well, of course. Listen, if I could, let me tell you what my two probably.
How much did you sell your black for?
Okay, so we're just going to continue this live stream, guys. Let me just tell you about my two biggest horological. Let me tell you about now, for those of you who are joining us a little bit late and wonder why Clyde is on my iPhone FaceTime, feeling a little bit dizzy, is because I am not technologically advanced and I don't know how to send him a link. I don't know how to bring him into this thing. So we're using
you could just leave the word technologically out of the sentence and it would be just as applicable.
I'm not very smart, okay? Let's just leave it there. So here we are. What was I talking about? My horological errors. I think my two biggest horological errors were, is it a cardinal? What's the difference between a sin for the Catholics among you? The difference between a sin, a cardinal sin, and a venal sin. And what's a cardinal sin? Because we're cardinals. What are the different kinds of sins? But I committed, I think, a big one. Twice I've done it now. And that's selling Rolex. I'm living to regret it.
I disagree entirely.
Well, I should have, if I would have kept that black another year and a half, it would be worth probably $3,000 more than I got for it. I sold it for a good price given the date on which I sold it. But a year and a half to 2 years later, it's worth $3,000 to $5,000 more. So did I make a mistake?
No, but here's the thing. Here's the reason why. You can't predict what's going to happen. Now, I like to give you a hard time about it, and because you're my mother, my horological mother, also known as
Homo?
My horological mother. No, my horological mother. But the thing is, though, I mean, you can't really tell what's going to happen. If that's the case, you're going to hold on to everything, and then people think you really have a serious hoarding problem.
Well, the other thing I sold, Clyde, was a steel. I sold a steel Daytona, people. I sold a steel Daytona right before they went crazy.
Okay, but you got a good price for it, and it's a watch you didn't love, and you're able to use the funds for something else.
Well, I did put, you know what I put them into? I put them into something that I like, but it's completely unloved. I put it into the James Cameron.
That's a good watch.
You know, I ordered something. Actually, I ordered two somethings, but the something I'll tell you that I ordered should be in 2 days. In 2 days from now, I should have a rubber B replacement strap for that with curved end links that fits like a glove that fits the James Cameron. And I ordered the black one with the little blue stripe down the center. Because the problem with the James Cameron, I have the first iteration is, well, there's two things. One, it's kind of top heavy, but my I don't know if you people know, but I have very few, as you can see, very few of my features are physically beautiful. But let me tell you guys, this wrist, sometimes I look at this wrist and I get excited, even myself. Unfortunately, there's no call for wrist models, but look at that wrist. It's big, it's beautiful, it's flat. Corbin wants to know if I've ever masturbated to James Cameron. I don't know how to answer that. So I don't find the James Cameron top heavy. I find it heavy. I find it heavy. Clyde tried to make us all hungry by showing us the veal Parmigiani. I find it heavy, so I have a rubber B strap coming in. Do any of you people have rubber B straps for your watches? Because my theory is it's like a different uniform for your G.I. Joe or a different, prom dress for your Barbie.
I haven't, I got to be honest, I haven't regretted a single watch that I sold. I guess, haven't.
What if you had two blacks right now?
No, not really, because the black is what led to the first Kermit.
You had two Kermit. You still have two Kermits.
No, I don't.
Oh, one of the Kermits sold. That's right. All right.
Yeah, the only thing that's still left is the gold nipple dial GMT.
Oh, he sold? Really?
What?
He sold a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's good.
The the gold nipple dial GMT, the Reverso, and the two Zeniths. The rest of it's gone. That's a lot of Rolex. A lot of Rolex. And do you know how much regret I have?
Now, were you just talking to us about Archie Luxury's IQ? Where is he?
I was not.
Where is he? What happened?
It could be. I think maybe. Well, hopefully, a ladyboy didn't infiltrate his room with, poisoned or prawns with knockout drops.
Do you suppose somebody set like a ladyboy trap?
Yeah, it could be. Right now, he might be getting dehorned as we speak.
That would be sad. I'm really concerned that he is, basically spread eagle in a very cheap Bangkok hotel, chained down and under the influence of roofies and being fisted as we speak by a large ladyboy of North Korean origin. Could be. Okay, so that
also explains where all the super chats are going.
Yes, there are no super chats, but that's okay. Now, we do this for free. You know what? This man here and we do shit for free. We do. We're doing it right now. Clyde, you might watch the comments. If there's any good questions that we could answer, you can call them out. We do that shit for free. Somebody said that maybe Archie fell down on the beach and somebody transported him to SeaWorld. That is possible, but I don't know. There's actually more elephants in Thailand than there are SeaWorld whales. So, okay. So I have the rubber.
Please talk. Someone said, please talk, in the name of God, please talk about something besides Rolex, AP, and Patek Philippe.
We have nothing else to talk about. Okay, let's talk about, that's the watch nobody heard of. You know, guys, Clive is very happy and proud of his Parmigiani. And I don't remember how it was that I came across the Parmigiani Fleurier You're an Amiga boutique
website.
But I came across their website and I was very shocked about the quality of the movements in those watches and the prices. Like, Clyde, that's like a $20,000 watch you're wearing there.
Yep. By the way, did you wipe off the screen afterwards?
Yes. Now we're good. But anyway, these are super expensive watches. Clyde, the problem with that watch is that it falls by like 70% of value as I guess the kind of guy who buys that kind of watch doesn't care about value prop, value retention. He doesn't care.
Well, okay, I'm actually starting to care. Okay, I'm starting to consolidate the collection. I'm going in different directions. But, you know, I hate to say it, the value prop, who wants to be buying and flipping watches all the time? I'm starting to just get watches I happen to like.
Yeah, but it sure helps if you can get out of them. And the reason is, you know, as collectors, we have shifting tastes, and we also get a little bit addicted to the adrenaline rush of the hunt, you know, the hunt for Red October, the hunt for the next thing. And then once we have it.
That would be a Bostock, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. You know, I had a college roommate who actually was in the cast of The Hunt for Red October. And every time I watch that movie, I'm like, Mikey, there you are. You're still like 22. It's crazy.
Oh, I thought you meant Sean Connery.
No, I didn't go to college with Sean Connery, but I did go to college with Mikey, who spoke fluent Russian and went to Hollywood and got a speaking. He was in the my college roommate was in the crew of the Red October, and he had a little speaking part. So yeah, and every time, you know, and of course now we're all 60 years old, you know, in my graduating class, but he's still 22 every time I see him. Craziness.
Well, you know, actually, they filmed an entire movie at my alma mater.
Wait, hold on. You're talking about Silence of the Lambs at that high security prison?
No, actually, no. You're
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
No, the first one you're thinking about, the Oxley State School for Horned Boys.
Was it Fast Times at Ridgemont? Did you go to Ridgemont High?
No, I did not.
Well, the Breakfast Club?
No.
Bueller?
No.
No. All right. Well,
I did share an elevator ride with him, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
With Bueller? With Ferris Bueller?
No, actually, Ben Stein.
Ben Stein. Yes. Okay, so where were we? What's the movie that was made at your alma mater?
The Dark. Not the biggest success, but The Dark Half. It's an adaptation of a Stephen King novel.
You know, do you remember a movie called The Boys from Brazil?
Yes.
Now, if you are under the age of 50, you have no idea what we're talking about. Clyde is actually older than me spiritually, even though chronologically I'm older than him. So, you know, that's why we have all the same references. But anyway, in The Boys from Brazil, they needed, it was, you know, like they brought Hitler back to life, and they wanted some German shepherds to kill Dr. Mengele. And they filmed that in Amish country where I was going to school. I went to school in Amish country in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And even though this was in the dark ages, 1980, I was training dogs then too. And so they found me as the local dog trainer and asked me to provide German Shepherds, which I started the source German Shepherds. But if you know The Boys from Brazil, you realize they switched to Doberman Pinschers. So the dogs that do the killing in that movie were not supplied by me because I had Shepherds and they went and got Doberman pinchers. Interesting story though there, Clyde. Quick, here's the thing for me about value retention. This is why I do think about it. Because
literally all the time. You buy watches that you literally have zero interest in because of value retention.
Wait a minute. When did I do that?
Yes. Yeah. You're pitting at you pit a bid on eBay on a Yachtmaster 2. A Yachtmaster 2.
I hate that watch. That's such an ugly watch. Like, you know what?
It is. I mean, there's my area. Ladies and gentlemen, the prosecution rests.
Well, hold on. Now, the defense. I'm going to act as a non-low contendere. I will now act as my own defense attorney. I have a habit. I have a hobby. Clyde's aware of my hobby, and my hobby is pissing off eBay sellers. Okay, so what I do is I troll eBay all day long, and I put in like stupid fucking offers, and most of them are declined or ignored. But every once in a while, a guy counters, and when he counters, then we get into the negotiating process, so I can see, you know, if I can make him.
Where's he at? Yeah, it's counting coup. Can you get him low enough? Can you humiliate him?
So
can you leave him unconscious in the alley with his rectum bleeding?
Wait, are you talking about my last date or my watch buying habits?
You're watching. Well, actually, both.
Yes. Wait, Jin? Jin, are you there? Where is Jin? Speaking of which. Anyway, moving along. Look, Ted tells me that my book costs €18 over there in Europe. Well, it's worth 36, Ted. So get over there. Let's buy. That means you should be buying 2 copies.
Well, actually, it costs 18 gyros in Greece.
So I think that's euros, and you're talking about the meat. Look, the Yachtmaster 2, you know, that big 44 millimeter, that watch is an abortion, okay? You can't read the time on it. It's almost impossible to read the time on it. It has a regatta countdown timer. It's a completely useless watch. But I put an offer in on it for like, I know exactly. The offer I put in was $9,500. And had the guy accepted it, I would have happily paid the money, worn it, you know, occasionally for a year and then sold it. If he would have countered me, I would have seen, you know, could I buy it at a rate where I could flip it, you know? And if I was able to buy it for $10,000, $11,000, I might very well have done it. I probably would not have made money on it, but I would have at least been able to get out of it. But so yeah, that is a bit of a hobby. But I don't really own any watches now that I just truly dislike. Do I? I don't think I do.
Yeah, you do. You're holding on to the 2-line sub just for future collectability, and that is the watch that you despise the most.
Well, I don't hate it. I just don't love it, and
You just don't love it at all.
No,
I mean,
it's true.
There's less love than between 2 senior citizens in Connecticut.
Okay,
I'm leave the other channel out of this.
I'm ready. I'm ready to strap myself into the electric chair. I think I'm ready to change my plate. But let's just say, in general, most of the watches in my collection, I have them because I like them. And if I want to buy a watch, just because, I got to make sure that either I can get out of it or it won't hurt me, because I have too much money tied up in watches. So I view the pool of dollars that I have tied up in watches as sort of like, it's got to be a little bit liquid, you know? I need blue chip stocks. I need IBM. I need Apple. I need Caterpillar. I need stuff I can get out of, Clyde.
You need Caterpillar, not carpet beetles.
That's what I said. Exactly right. Okay.
So, but you probably do have carpet beetles now.
Well, that's more than likely you do too.
No, actually, no. I didn't take his stuff from the office, so they're probably still at the office.
He sent you an autographed picture.
Yeah, but I haven't taken it home.
Well, I understand that, but they probably like crept into your underwear, and you probably have some kind of toe fungus now. Anyway, if I buy a watch just for shits and giggles that has no value, then I want a cheap one. And so I have I bought that ball world time, which, by the way, guys, the movement in the ball world time took a dump. My ball world timer exploded. Literally, everything went free spinning. The entire dial went free spinning. So it's had to go back to ball. I sold one ball. I had 2 blue balls there for a minute. Sold one ball. Now I got one ball, but I got one busted ball. Thank you for that, Malin. and I just set it in, and they're fixing it. What they said was the legs on the dial need to be lengthened and strengthened so the dial doesn't come loose. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, like, nice design flaw that we had there, guys. I'll tell you.
You know, this next model, I don't think we're going to make it nearly as shitty as this one.
Well, here's the thing. If you own a World Time,
you know, this next year we're going to make the car motors not explode this time, you know?
Now you're talking Ford. So,
yes.
You know, the problem is I let it run down, and it's a complicated watch to set because it's a World Time. So rather than going through all these stupid steps to just reset it, I just advanced it, you know, through time. And it was only a few days, but when I got to where I meant to be, that by that point, all that spinning of the crown exploded the dial. Anyway.
Wait a minute. Should we make? Let's. I'm going to try to raise Archie on FaceTime audio. We'll just go total fucking inception here.
Well, why don't you? Let's do FaceTime groups. You can do a group and add them to this FaceTime.
No, I can do it on the phone, not on my computer.
Okay. You do that, and I'm going to plug my computer in, fellas.
FaceTime audio call Pluto. No, I just realized something.
What'd you realize? I'll be right back, fellas. Clyde, keep it going.
I'm staring into Mark's computer. Boy, if you guys could only see the bookmarks that I can see. The horror. The horror. All right, well, and the thing is, though, I'm kind of moving into in the area of consolidating and just getting stuff I really, really like, and not being as concerned with value. I think ideally you want to have both. You want to have something that you love that you don't want to sell, but you could make a profit on if you do, and that's kind of a contradiction. But Clive, yeah, I can see your remarks. Dread personal. Okay, well, I'll just do it like my live stream and do it through the remarks. The hard one is busy.
I'm back. Don't leave.
Okay.
There. Had to plug in the computer and I couldn't find the cord. All right. We're back. Okay, so are you calling Archie?
I did. He didn't pick up.
I'm really worried that he might be, spread eagle and, spread eagle.
Like I said, I think second horn might be receiving a horn in the mail pretty quick.
Well, listen, the punters are suggesting we move this over to the Clive stream. What do you think, Clive? Is it time to move over to your channel?
Yeah, we can do one up, I guess. I'll send a link to everybody else out.
That would be good. Boys and girls, thank you for being with us. I will figure this out. Clive, you've got the last word.
No, first thing we're going to do in the Clive stream is I'm going to screen share. I'm going to show you how to do this.
Now my brain is too hot to figure it out, but we can do that.
Your brain is so hot. That's so hot. All right.
All right, boys and girls, thank you for being with us. Look for us on the Clive stream in about 5 minutes. Or 5 seconds. We'll be right there, right, Clive? Tell them. We'll be
absolutely.
Right there.
And Tony Soprano, if you come on my stream too, I promise I will treat you the same as Archie did.
Beautiful. It's a gorgeous thing. Let dogs be dogs. Let ranchers be ranchers.
Oh, I can actually take live streams. Photos. All right. Be well.